Trio Pod fam, we are back. Oh my gosh. Shout out to, we're going to open this up.
We're back.
Only right way
That's
to
so
do
great.
it. We are back at our Morris Media Studios home. Shout out to Miss P for having us back. Raise the roof.
Not raise the roof.
Not raise the
Round of
roof.
applause. Round of applause.
Y'all
We
raise
are
the
back.
roof.
If it's not,
I mean,
we
right.
can beat it. That's all we do.
Right,
We'll take it to a little bounce.
Right, a little bit. Biggie bounce.
You know,
Biggie
gotta
bounce.
run with it.
I ain't never let
Nah,
it go.
but we are so glad to be back right here in Lamar Park, Crenshaw District. It's only right. This is where we feel home, right?
We are
That's
back.
right. That's
back.
right. We're back, y'all. Did y'all
Right.
miss it? Did
Y'all
you
forgetting
miss
shit.
it?
I'm Christian. Hello. Hi, Chrissy. B. Nina Deuce.
Yeah, I'm Fallon. You can catch me on all your social media. Do all
All my social platforms.
All my social platforms, right.
Right. Plug it. Well, Fallon made a very clear disclaimer, like, we are not being winded today.
Long-winded today. Because,
Cut straight to it, huh?
this is our catch-up time. But, yeah, so y'all will see, we got our segments. We're trying to get our life together, y'all. So we have our segments, right? We'll see how long that lasts. If y'all like that,
Right.
y'all make sure to let us know.
For
But
sure,
can you
yeah.
kick it off for us?
Yeah, I definitely want to open up the show, of course. So much music has dropped, always locally. I love to, support, highlight anything homegrown, anything LA based. But I want to get straight into, do a shout out to AJ the One. If you know, I manage AJ the One. Inglewood, her and Desi dropped a single called Miss Get It Going. It's cracking. It's fire. It's hot. We finally gonna intro it in.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Miss Get It Going, Miss AJ the One, Desi. Stream it. Follow AJ the One, follow Desi. It's hot. And that's what I want to highlight, them two.
All right. Well, shout out to AJ the One, that's your fellow Capricorn sister.
Yes.
Little homie, but Capricorn sister.
Yep.
I like
December Capricorn.
AJ. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's very mature for her age.
She really is.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all?
So what other music is any other music happening? That was a short wrap up. Okay, so we're gonna,
Right. Well,
we keeping
I'm
it,
doing
we keeping
one-
it in-house
one
this year.
minimum.
We keeping it in-house this year, okay? You better send us
I'm saying
Right.
one cameo per episode.
and we'll send you our invoice for that type of shit. Okay.
Right.
I don't think there's anything else happening in music news. I think the Meg and Tory thing, that wasn't necessarily music news. I really don't even want to touch that.
I
That's
can't
not on
either.
my docket.
Yeah, nah.
That's more of like
pass.
a Wookiee thing
I'ma
because
pass
she's
that
like
one.
very in the sense of being able to talk about it in a PC way and be knowledgeable about, but I can't touch it because I don't, I'm
Yeah.
ignorant. I'm not. I'm
I'm
the
ignorant
best
to the
person.
topic too, and I'm very I have a very strong opinion about it. So I'd rather not take my opinion to social because y'all not gonna come for me because I stand behind my thoughts. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers to everyone involved.
Exactly. I'm
Thoughts
gonna
That
and
night-
prayers.
I'm gonna leave the shit alone.
Yeah.
It ain't- I
To
can't
To everyone
touch on.
involved.
Oh, my
That
God.
was a night, and that was a day in court. Yeah. Thoughts and prayers to everyone
Yeah,
involved.
I just will say this though. Let me just put this on wax.
Okay.
I will say that I still feel like it's a lot that's not being said.
Well, of course.
Right.
Yeah, always,
And that's
right.
very keeping it clean across the board. I feel like there's way more to the story that is not being shared. And I feel like, I'm a black woman, so I'm always, stand and support and get behind black women.
Right.
But all I can say is I just hope that the truth is really being displayed. Because there is a black man that's also involved as well.
That's
Who
right.
has a family, who has a child. Okay, so I'll just leave it alone now.
No,
No.
She said, Mookie just said she had a
It's
question.
not of a question because, now in today's time, we cannot give an opinion without a disclaimer.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
even within that,
I
you have
know,
to say,
right.
a black woman, why? I do not like that we're in
We
the
have
space
to.
where the average person have to be politically correct. I recall your faves wouldn't touch certain topics, right? Because it was taboo.
Right.
Or they had to, say things and stay real PC. Now your everyday, just regular Joe Schmoes have to be so
Can't sneeze, fart, shit, can't do
PC,
nothing.
and you can't make a real comment about anything, or it's almost it's not even cool to use your critical thinking
You're
skills.
canceled.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't
canceled.
have any type of POV or perspective that is out of
No. And-
the general majority. Like
Basically, and you're not even canceled for today's activities. You cancel for whatever you're
Today's
working towards, whatever you're working towards.
Henceforth,
right?
and shit.
Right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kristen will become some big producing some
They're
event,
gonna
And they
haunt
gonna
me.
pull it.
They're gonna haunt my
they'll
comments
pull
and
it.
my
she
tweets.
said this,
And that's
she
why I
was
feel like you got to
27.
stand on it.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, like
basically.
you got to be willing to stand on it and say, this was a point in time. This is how I felt, But you do have to be careful about what you speak and what you say. That's just
Yeah.
in life, period. You have to
Yeah,
be culpable
absolutely.
for what you say.
Yeah,
Watch your mouth.
but just-
Make sure you can stand on it. But I mean, you just don't have a lot of
You
flexibility. It's true.
don't. With regular stuff, why is it taboo to say, well, I'd like to know a little bit more about what actually happened that night?
Right.
Why does that represent
You don't
you
support
do
black
not
women?
like black women to
Yeah.
act, just for a little bit of clarification?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
Well, shout out to all the parties.
Yeah, thoughts and
Shout out
prayers.
to the parties
Thoughts
involved.
and prayers, oh
Thoughts and
God.
prayers.
I mean, it ain't funny, but listen.
It's really not. But we can't take nothing seriously.
I just
That's
hope
the
the
problem.
truth comes out.
Right.
At the end.
According to Rock Nation, you know.
Oh,
You know.
my God.
It's too much.
I mean, is it clear to say where there's smoke, there's some fire? Like, can we just agree to that?
Well,
Or
there's, what did they say? It's, what is it? It's your side of the story, my side of the story, and then the truth.
And then the
So,
3 sides to the story.
yeah, it just, it's always going to
Yeah.
be it's information that's omitted, but, God bless.
Yeah.
I had said something about
Thoughts
short
and
guys, so I
prayers.
said, them niggas under 5'10", like, you got to be careful.
Oh, the 5'10" and under.
The 5'10" and unders, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Is that, what's that, Napoleon complex? Is that one?
I think Napoleon is like 5'5" and under.
Ooh.
Like
5'5".
like literal like
Who's
little
5'5"?
man. It's a man out here that's about 5'5".
Well, they better get their needs done, because that is a...
Oh my God!
That is
Your
crazy.
knees. Kevin Hart got to be like my height, like
Kevin
5'4".
No, he's at least 5'7".
You think he's 5'7"?
So that means he's our height.
At minimum.
I don't think he's that
still,
tall.
Gotta
I'm
look
not
it
giving
up.
Kevin Hart 5'7".
But that's still short.
For a man, I guess.
Yes, because his girl is not that tall. She's just slightly taller
She just
than
looked
him.
like more model tall.
She looks very tall.
Because he's,
compared to
I
him.
don't know.
because he's the shortest amongst everyone he's sat next to.
That's true.
So maybe 5. Yeah, well, maybe
Maybe or
5'5".
5'5". Yeah,
Kevin Hart
5'5"
got that
flat.
package to deliver, though.
Right.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
It's coming with many benefits.
Okay, y'all ready to get into
Yeah,
it? We
we
got
go.
some stuff. So this segment will be called, what we say we was gonna call it? Let me find out. Let me find out, right? That's gonna be the name of the segment, and we just gonna have hot topics. We're gonna talk about different stuff. We're gonna get your opinion on it. We're gonna talk about it. So this is something that they dropped in the pod chat. We got our chat. So I just want y'all to listen real quick.
Is like having my woman call me a different name of a guy she was fucking. Yeah, so.
Are you guys in like a relationship, or is she just your sub?
Yeah, we're life partners and we are in a DS relationship at the same time.
So DS means
dominant submissive relationship. Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun because we are also swingers. I always tell people that I identify with some cuckold tendencies, which is a man that derives pleasure from the idea of watching another man fuck his wife. But I've realized the proper term for what it is that I am is more of a stag, meaning just a man without not so much of the degradation or some of the bisexual tendencies that tend to be associated with cuckolds. I'm a heterosexual man, nothing against anybody that's into that. I don't mind being degraded in the sense of like, my woman or, Siphon telling me like, yo, did you see me at this party? I was fucking the shit out of me. Where isn't he? I like that idea because it really riles me up. It makes me fuck her harder, deeper, longer, faster, whatever the case would be. And she likes that,
Okay.
You gotta get it just...
Okay, wait.
Adjust.
I kind of need a Okay, let me
So
see
if you
I can
did not
catch it
catch
all.
it, I don't know what the source is. We'll drop it then maybe in the comments or the description of the video. But essentially, the man was saying him and his lifetime partner are swingers. They have a femme-dom relationship or
Dominant submissive.
submissive relationship where he enjoys his woman calling him other men's names. He also enjoys going out to parties and his woman coming to him and being like, hey, that dude over there, like he fucked the shit out of me, woo, 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 woo. Like, you know what I mean? Just that kind of engagement. And that's something that's like an aphrodisiac for them. So I guess the question or the point of conversation is how fluid, how fluid are we becoming as far as like sexuality? Are there still taboos that we're not ready to let go of for male and female? Because even though men do a lot of projecting and a lot of like policing women's bodies and what we can or cannot do, we do the same things to ourselves and other women too. So if another woman is getting it in and living her life like that, we will look at her sometimes in judgment, like, something is wrong with her when that's her God-given choice to have dominion over her life, to decide how she wants to explore herself sexually with her partner. So how do you guys feel about that? What would you like? Could you be a part of something like that where a man, like, that would turn him on? I guess it would have to turn you on too, though. It couldn't just be about like what turns him on. But what do you just feel about being more open and fluid sexually, just in general?
I don't even think I've reached that level of kink or maybe maturity yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very transparent about it because I don't even know if I have the capacity to comprehend what all that entails.
What, like the whole thing?
Yeah, I don't.
So you would be at a party.
Like,
you're at a party. You're at a party with your boo, and you see a dude across the room that you slept with or had, you know, whatever encounter with, whatever. More than likely, you slept with him. And then you whisper to your man, like, "Oh yeah, him over here. Like I fucked him like 2 years ago. You know, he was fucking the shit out of me. That it was crazy." And he gets turned on by that to the point where maybe there's like a level of competition or something that incites or excites him. And then when y'all get home, it's cracking because there's this like, you know, dynamic that's happening.
Right. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. If not that, then like what other kinks have you opened yourself up sexually just to things that may not be the norm, that may be considered still taboo in today's society?
You know what? I really think it might just take it might take somebody to have to bring that out of me. It might have to take a certain comfort level with a certain man to bring that out of me. And I have not experienced that yet.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be 38 years old and I have not got to that level yet. I have not experienced that capacity with a man yet. I have yet to have a sexual experience with a man where I feel like I can be this open with him. And I think that's probably what it's going to take.
Do you feel like it's because you didn't feel as comfortable being that open with him just based on your own dynamic of the relationship, or because he just didn't make you feel that comfortable to explore yourself in that way?
Probably make me feel comfortable to explore myself in that degree. And it also takes a certain kind of man also, you know, being secure within his shit.
That's right.
To be able to be like, okay, we can have this exchange.
Right.
Because some men ain't giving it up like that either, though. Like,
right,
you know,
a lot.
Or being able to be like, oh, guess what? Like, if me and my nigga are at a party, he's insecure already about the basic shit about maybe another man saying, oh, you beautiful. Or me even coming home telling him maybe I saw a dude that I possibly like, oh, babe, I saw this nigga at the grocery store. He was fine. Will he be able to handle that?
Nope.
Or just handle being in a room with someone that he knows has sex with you, because that's
a lot.
And that's just their ego. The thought of like this dude has sex with my woman, and it's a real ego thing. And a lot of them can't handle
He gonna be
that.
feeling like the elephant in the room. Like he gonna be feeling real tight.
Right.
Real tight.
Right.
And then if you guys communicate, hug, embrace, or even a greeting, it's like, you know,
anything too long, everything is being,
So I doubt
dissected.
I have not definitely been with somebody that's been able to be open.
To be yourself open fully
sexually.
sexually.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because you think about that. What about you,
interesting.
I haven't. Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
I haven't. Everything that you named is deemed cheating or disrespectful in the relationships that I've been a part of. So I just haven't met someone who's into that level of kink. Yeah. Who's into that level of anything. You know what I mean? Yep. Especially like the DS type of relationship. Is very small and subtle. It's not full on like tie me up, you know, spank me or tell me what to do. You know what I mean? Like it's not that far. It's very, very subtle. But I will be open to it. Like the idea, like why not? I sit in a group chat like I feel like a virgin. Like there's a whole nother
it's a whole world out there.
It's a whole nother world outside of this traditional sexual encounter that you have with a partner or whomever, the traditional roles of just sex. Like it's like almost on a fucking spectrum.
For sure.
You know, and it's just like I would be open to it with the right person or just the right introduction, because that's all it takes is somebody to introduce you to something. You could be hooked.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like discover something that's like, damn, I like this. Right. You know, and shit, why not? Now calling me somebody else's name, like that's just a level of like, damn, you know, shit, like I'm fucking, you know, I don't even know if I'll be able to do that. You know, like that's
you ain't calling me Tracy, my nigga.
Okay,
that's
Tamika.
Like, you know, I hate when I accidentally think I called it.
Has that happened to you before? That's happened to me before.
That's happened to me before. That's happened to me before.
Yes, that's happened to me before. It's oh my God.
I mean, you gotta be obviously thinking about him to call him that.
I don't think I was. I just think it was just second nature. I don't know why.
Like I've been. It's taking so long.
I take it as like you're not supposed to be here, girl. Like you're not supposed to. Because if your mind, if it slips out, then
that's definitely.
happening.
I'm definitely open to it. I was invited to a lifestyle party, as they call it. I did not go, but
what is that?
What does that entail? Yes,
a
do tell,
swinger party.
young lady, do tell.
What is that?
Basically a swingers party, like where you
swingers
go
party.
and everyone's pretty much, hooking up. And there's a term. Oh God, I just have to. There's a term that's slipping my a voyager. But pretty much, just when you go and observe, but you're not going and participating in anything, and you can just watch. And I've always wanted to go to one of those parties just to see, And typically, I think the women can get in for free, and I think the men cost or couples cost. It's some little stuff at the door, but anyway, a friend of mine.
I haven't even.
He frequent those parties a lot, and just on a random, he's like, "Want to come to the lifestyle party?" Like it was just nothing, and I was just like, "Oh, but I wouldn't mind going, know."
I guess that would be a good place to start, right?
Yeah, like just even as a couple, or just to go somewhere where there's literally no judgment. We can be by the pool, and it won't be taboo to do something. You know what I mean? Or if you feel like, giving some oral sex, you're not scrutinized, or you're not judged, or no one's pulling out their phone to record you, like where you can really live and breathe in the moment. I mean, I won't close the door to it.
Yeah. I think more couples would have increased longevity if they were able to kind of let their guards down enough to explore themselves sexually. Because what ends up happening is these fantasies or these ideas that you have in your mind of wanting to explore, whatever those may be, there's also a lot of taboo, too, against men that have desires to explore themselves sexually on the male scope. Like, that's a whole nother conversation for another day, because for women, there is a double standard there, but we'll get into that another day, I guess. But I think that, that's why you end up going outside of your relationship, because it's like, I don't feel like you'll understand. Yeah. I don't feel like you'll get me. I feel like you'll judge me. I don't want you to look at me differently. Or, you know what I mean? There's all of these, like, things.
Is that the rain?
It is.
Is that the rain or the air?
That's the rain.
That's the rain. Oh, that's crazy. Sorry, guys.
The rain. It's raining in LA, y'all. Okay, you know how we get when it starts raining. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like relationships would last longer if we were more liberated to feel like we could explore ourselves sexually or whatever in that capacity. So I
think they would be if we could really discuss it and understand it. I think it would be less room for cheating. Yeah, like none of those. I don't think that would happen. Despite the average man will say every man has 3 women, but that's another story. I still don't agree with that.
Which is fine too, if that's what it is. But
I mean, to even eradicate that, because even those women serve different purposes. Right. Like, I think if you can be open and honest about the shit, I think it would reduce cheating if you could just do this right then and there. I think it would be a lot different, because it just would be. But I think we're so traditional. I think we believe these
super traditional.
Traditional, and these rules of what society says a relationship should look like, what it's supposed to be like, the do's and don'ts. Like, we challenge everything else, but then we accept other things.
Right, to say the same or whatever. I feel like first of all, I feel like female sexual liberation is terrifying to men. Like, that's because that's one way in which they own us in a sense. So to be able to have complete autonomy over your body, what you do with your body, how you express yourself unapologetically, that's scary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because then that also puts them on the hook to not be everything that you want them to be sexually, and having to, like, accept that as a truth. So to avoid that, they rather just live in La La Land. Whatever. I don't know. Y'all need to stop policing women's bodies.
Well, it was something... Plies actually, I love Plies.
Oh, Lord.
He actually said the opposite. Coming from a man, this was different. I'm going to see if I can play it, because he spoke on if he's in a situation with a woman or dealing with a woman, he will never put her in a situation for a chick to say that she basically, like, I'm out here fucking your man. Okay. So he basically said, I think this is it right here. He was like, he said there's a certain level of respect.
This is how I think. This ain't got shit to do with nobody else. If I'm fucking with you and you you the motherfucker that I done locked in with, this is what I understand about my position as a man. Regardless of what the fuck I do out here, I know it's one thing that I just can't do. If I decided I want to lock in with you, I can't never put you in a position as a woman to let another motherfucking female out here feel that they can ever throw up in your face, girl, I'm fucking a nigga too.
You know what that means?
I'm telling you why I can't do that to you. That's the only motherfucking leverage you got. As my lady, that's the only motherfucking leverage you got. I told Chris, I said, bro, listen, that's the only motherfucking leverage a woman got is for her to be in a space that she know ain't nobody else can ever throw up in her face.
All right,
that they fucking her.
Cut the tape.
Cut the tape.
we got the
Okay.
Thank you, Plies.
It's interesting because I interpret that like he's not saying I won't do it.
Yeah.
I will just vet them out better.
Correct.
That's
he
what
just
I
said. I mean, essentially, like, you know, my stuff. Everybody will
It's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be tight.
Yeah,
tight.
like they will know
No
they
one will
were
feel
like
bold
they
enough
right.
to. Yeah.
They not because to a degree it is. I think that's why some baby moms get mad when the father has another child because titles. Like, I'm his only baby mom.
Yep.
Now it's a shared title. It's a shared space.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then so it's like
You no longer have that leverage to feel like you're the only
damn,
one.
like, so you out here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think he's just saying like, nah, they know they wrong. Nobody will ever come to you and say anything.
While we on the topic, since we right there, let's stay right.
I appreciated
there.
that
I do
though.
too,
Like, give me a
so.
little leverage. Give me a little leverage. I'll take the leverage.
I mean, if it's just
Why?
maybe that bold today.
Why would you take the why is it important for a woman, if you're in a relationship, why is it important for you to be
Then what are we
in
doing?
to be in a position to where
What are
you
we
have that
doing?
leverage to say, well, I'm the only one that has this. Or
Then what
I'm
are we
the one-
doing? If we're in a relationship, just
Yeah.
like he said, if we're in a relationship, then what are we doing, nigga? We could just be cool. Let's keep it like we kicking and we cool. There ain't no titles involved. You doing you, I'm doing me. If we're in a relationship, that should be my leverage.
Right.
If I don't have nothing else.
If I
If I have nothing else, please, that should be my leverage.
What if all the girls want that leverage though? Because I'm sure every woman want that leverage. Every woman want that leverage.
Going
Don't
back to-
nobody really want to
What's
go
the
into it and
point?
feel like, okay, I'll get to you when I can, baby.
What's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
point?
Like, who want to take that? Who want to take that?
What's the point?
You know.
If we locked in, that should be my leverage.
Right.
Give me that respect if we locked in. And if we decided upon our relationship that, you know, like we're gonna try to be, we're gonna be trying to be exclusive together, or we're gonna try to do this, we're not gonna fuck around on each other, then that should be my leverage. You
Right.
can't be out here slinging your dick on other hoes.
Oh my God.
Like, no, that's not acceptable.
Right.
I'm not taking that.
And those are that's kind of like
But there's certain boundaries.
the unwritten facts.
I know there's certain relationships though that might have certain boundaries, and they might, communicate amongst that. Like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do you, you gonna do me, but we locked in, and you know this is what it is, and all that type of shit. So,
Right.
and that's cool if that's
it's
communicated.
discussed.
Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, no, my leverage. That's my dick. Bring that dick home. That's my dick.
That's exactly what
I
they gonna
want
do
the
too.
exclusiveness of that dick. I don't want to hear about nobody else talking about they had it, because no, it's none of that.
Okay, so one more question, then we're gonna move on. Because I'm a digger. I just
I know you want to dig deep and shit.
So then that means that does it matter to you if it's happening? You just don't know about it, but does it still matter to you? Does it still, like, would you want to know the truth?
I can't even.
Or would you prefer not to know? Let's say if you had a choice, right? So if he's keeping it from you, you know what I'm saying? Keeping you in the dark as a way of protecting you, as not bringing that, like, this is my bullshit, baby. I'm not bringing this to you. This don't have nothing to do with you. This is, you know what I'm saying? I want peace, serenity, and tranquility. You know what I'm saying? Throughout your day. I don't want you stressed out.
Yes, ignorance is bliss.
So we already know your
I have
stance.
ignorance
I have
is
proven.
bliss.
I have proven
And don't
receipts.
be wrong. Ignorant is just a lack of knowledge. We misuse it. So
For sure.
I have a choice.
You would rather not be in the know.
I would rather no.
I want to know.
I don't.
I want to know. And I have proven receipts that I'm okay. Like, I've been able to. I'm not
to
gonna act like I'm gonna
maneuver
go.
with
I'm
that,
not
to
gonna act
navigate
like
that.
I'm gonna go
Well,
home
well,
and just be
well,
all
let me
peachy and
rephrase
shit. Like, I don't
that.
have
Go ahead.
feelings. But I have proven receipts that I want to know, and I can handle it, and I can comprehend it, and we ain't gonna be arguing. We ain't gonna have no pissing match.
can talk about it.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
I want to know.
Here's what I was saying.
I don't like the unknown of the fact that there could be somebody sitting right next to me that can say she fucked my nigga.
Word.
I'm not. I can't handle that.
Look at
And you know, bitch.
I'll give the reason. Here's the deal.
Tell me, nigga, who you fucking. If you go out and fuck somebody, I want to know.
All right. Do not.
All right,
we
settle
got
down,
the voices,
settle down,
you know,
settle
that's
down,
it.
settle
All
down.
right, Chris. All right. Share. Do not tell me just to rid yourself of your own guilt and put that shit on me. But if I ask, stand on your shit and tell me.
Okay.
But if I don't ask, do not. Like, 'cause that's what people, you feel guilt is building up. So, I'm about to purge this shit on you. No, don't put that on me. Because now I got to wear that heaviness and figure this shit out. No. If I don't know,
right,
I don't want to know.
Right.
I don't need you to, damn, I just want to sit down and tell you I did something. Unless something is coming with that. Like it's a child involved or something. We got to have this discussion.
We got to have it.
But if I come to you because the shit ain't right. Like this person, whatever you doing, and you will be able to pick up on that shit anyway.
Right.
Like, bro, I know you. Like now you mad at something you laughed at yesterday. What's up? You know what I mean? Like now it's unnecessary friction. Now you starting stuff. Now you mad at something.
It's weird.
Oh, the vibe, the energy is also. If I come to you after I check off everything else, tell me. Yeah. I ain't saying I don't want to.
You don't want to be gaslit.
I don't want to. Don't gaslight me. And I'm not saying I don't want to know in the sense of, I just want to be, in la la land. But don't try to tell me just to rid yourself of your own shit. You sit in that. You figure that shit out. But if I come to you because I know something is off,
don't lie
to me.
Don't lie to me.
Because I can handle the truth, but that's pretty much it. So if it comes to your point of I'm somewhere and I'm sitting next to a bitch and she fucked you, but she's sitting there in silence. It ain't nothing like you. Keeping a buck, and this could feed into the woman ego, the part that's rarely discussed.
Right.
At the end
Talk
of the
about
day.
that shit
Because that is just your ego. Yeah, bitch, he mine. So. It's just like when a nigga choose you. Like, so.
I get that.
And
I want to know.
Be fucked up. You know what I mean?
I want to know.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
I want to know.
I
want to know because if that's really where you're at, I want to know you for real.
Mm-hmm. And wait, where do we stand? Wait, let me back up.
I want to know you for real.
But
I don't want the fake.
Are we talking about a guy who had an affair or a guy who's having an affair? Like, what are we talking about? Because a guy can just do some bullshit like
had and have.
Feel me? Like I fucked on my ex.
Whatever it is. It's kind of the same.
So why would you not divulge that to me?
Some things could be a one-time off. Like shit. Like I was whatever. I was mad. I fucking slept with my ex or I did whatever. But I'm gonna tuck that and keep it pushing.
Why are we not talking about that though?
It depends.
Because what would be the reason why you wouldn't feel comfortable divulging that unless you yourself personally feel that what you're doing is wrong, and if you feel like you're doing something wrong, then let's talk about that too.
That was wrong, but I'm not gonna bring that to the table because that don't need to be discussed.
See, I don't know. I feel like if it's happening, and I want the truth, whatever the truth is, and if it's ugly, then it's ugly. Because if that's really what's happening, then that's what's happening. What can we do about it? That's the truth of what's happening. So I can't run from that. I would rather face it head on than to run and be like pacified with a lie. That's not gonna make me feel good. I don't want, because I feel like, and then that's the age old question, like who do you love more? Who does the man love more? The woman he tells the truth to or the woman that he lies to? A lot of men and a lot of women will agree that, the woman that he lies to is the one that he cares more about because he's protecting her. Mm-hmm. Where in my mindset or my frame of mind, I'm thinking like, if you lying to me, you can't. We not as tight as I think that maybe we are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like we should be laughing on the inside and laughing on the outside. So I should know. So if the bitch looking across from the room or whatever thinks she's doing something, like bitch, I already know he fucked you.
Right.
And win.
Right.
And it's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? God bless you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's it going? Like, how's it hanging for you? I don't know. But okay, so this is something that I wanted to get into as well. So as we always are talking about men, we always talk about men cheating, child. That's all. That's just a topic of conversation that always creeps in. But we never really have talked about women who cheat on a man. Women that cheat, women cheaters or whatever. So on the New York Post, it says that new research is correcting false notions that women have lesser libidos, that women are more naturally monogamous, and that it's easier for women to partner for life. So they're dispelling those rumors. Those seem to be not true based on statistics and different studies that have come out. And it says while males have higher levels of spontaneous desire for sex, women take the lead for responsive or triggered desire for sex. So question is, one, I want to know, what do you guys think would be a woman's basis for cheating on her man? Understanding that, especially if you're a woman of a particular age, you are risking it all, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what would you feel? What would you feel would be some of the licenses or some of the reasons?
She's
just straight off the bat.
I 1,000% agree.
For a woman to cheat on her man,
she's checked out.
She's checked out.
I would say she's checked out. on average, I'll say, right? Because now we could take into account that most women are the breadwinners, so the same rules apply. Gabrielle Union just admitted to the shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I could see that going up if I'm doing it all. You know what I mean? It's like, it's low key, not the license to cheat, but I mean, hey, y'all should, men should understand. But I also think for a woman to cheat, she has to be completely checked out of that relationship. You know what I mean? And it's something like, it's some type of self-fulfillment. Because honestly, I think sometimes as we grow in life, you just grow into certain things, and you can come across somebody that just so happened to be into that thing that you're into.
Right.
You know what I mean? And y'all really click and the vibe is right. And the shit can just happen, unfortunately. So for me, I just would think she's checked out. I don't think a happy woman is casually cheating.
That's the
like
can a man
like that's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Because I feel like a man can cheat when everything is good. And for me personally, that's the part where I feel like I can't do it. Because if you could cheat on me when we're good, then when we're hit the rough patch, you for sure gonna step out. You know? So no woman is happily cheating. A guy can happily cheat because knowing my 1A and my 1B, okay, I'm cool.
Everybody good.
Everybody's good right now. So we're coasting.
Yeah.
Nobody tripping.
We're
I think the men have the capacity to do that. So for me, a woman, she's checked out. What about you guys?
What about you, Kay?
You
feel like it? So what would be the reasons why why do you feel like a woman would cheat on her man? What are some of the reasons why a woman would have license to cheat on her man?
Janice, I mean, listen, sis. Checked out. I think, over it. Whatever, it's something that's going on in the house where she's just completely reached her capacity, her max, where she's just like, the key word is checked out.
Right.
I'm over it. I'm checked out. I can't even like,
but
whatever all of this is, I'm not being pleased. I don't even look at you. I'm not even attracted to you anymore, probably to a certain degree.
When y'all no longer
if I have to fuck somebody else, that means I'm looking at you and I'm not attracted to you no more sexually, or there's something that's missing.
Okay.
There's something missing in that department. You know what I mean? So, and women, it's hard, like, because when we're locked in with our men, we usually locked in. We can be faithful. We can have sex and be strictly with one person. We can shut it down for if we in love with this man and we locked in with you, we can lock in with him and not veer from that.
Right.
So it takes a lot for us to kind of go off left and fuck somebody else.
Right.
If we locked in with you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm checked out. I'm not attracted to you no more. There's something missing there. I'm looking at you and you just not that nigga no more.
Oh my God, you not that nigga no more.
That's not.
You see a nigga heart.
Y'all
remember not Millhouse.
Yes.
Yes. On the
Valentine's Day,
like Lisa's like, I ain't fucking with you, nigga. Fucking square ass. Like I'm a square. What the fuck I look like fucking with you?
Yeah, I'm somewhere else, and he's giving me that.
Right.
He's giving me that energy.
You're not that nigga.
You just not. That's simple. I don't even know. I'm not. I can't even. I can't sugarcoat that. And I'm over here, and he's giving it to me. I can look at him and it's juice is flowing.
Are they
you know what I'm saying? Or
she
just not. Them. We outgrown.
She
all that. All
whatever it was. I'm talking about when she's really into him, because we got some chicks that use niggas as ladders. Like whatever get me to the next, whatever get me to the next situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that don't. What the fuck is that? But I think for somebody that's 10 toes in, I think you outgrow that person.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I think when you no longer can grow together, and you start really growing separate, I think that's when I'm gonna step out.
So can a woman be in love with her man and really love him and be in love with him and step out on him?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't mean that her feelings diminish for him as far as the love she has for him, but the desire that she may have for him could wane to the point, which is substantiated on a lot of different bases based on okay, we not connected emotionally, you know what I'm saying? We don't have the same interests like Mookie is saying, or, sexually, like we were talking about, we're not exploring or whatever. So there's all of the different reasons why.
I feel like that particular situation could be strictly just like in the heat of the moment. Literally in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
Like what if I'm
oh God, set it up.
No, not like that.
Put all the bitches that's cheating on blast. I know some are listeners.
Not like that. But
yeah,
I'm
y'all
just saying,
cheating,
like,
y'all cheating.
Like, I mean, I'm just thinking like scenario, like what if I'm working late or something like that? What if I'm an event producer and I'm working late and it's me and somebody I've been on this project with for 6 months strong, and we locked in on our project. We days in, days out,
and y'all get to the finish line. This is success,
nigga,
and everybody
let's go to the bar, nigga. We're gonna have a couple drinks. We in the car, we talking, we kicking it.
That's why niggas
It
don't
just
be wanting
get
to do
a
all that
little.
type of
It
shit.
just get it like a little.
Bring your ass home.
Bitch, where are you?
Yeah.
It could just be. It could be something. It could really just be in the heat of the moment.
Right, and y'all vibe and it
Strictly nothing, just the heat of the moment, and we just vibing. We had a couple drinks. Now we kind of faded.
Yeah.
It's a little like, you looking cute today or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We leaning in a little bit, a little kiss happen.
A little kick,
jump in the back seat of the
all on
whip.
your shoulder and shit. Like,
Jump in the back seat of that thing. It can just really literally be
in
the heat of the moment. And
Sheesh.
nothing else is tied to that. And you be like, whoa, what the fuck did I just
apparently
do?
a lot of women are expressing themselves in that fashion. Because, I mean, the statistics are pretty close. If they say about 51% of all married men cheat, like, women are right behind, like, at 49. So, you know, and these are the ones that omit, you know, what it is that they're doing. A lot of bitches not going to keep it that G and be like, oh, yeah, you know, whatever. But a lot of women have exercised those you know, liberties. And men, it seems as though, because I think that there's also a thing, too, where, you know, a stigma may be like, okay, well, men don't stay. Men do stay. Men do. And I think we've talked about that on the pod before, too. I think it comes into play, like, who knows?
Yeah.
And
how was it done? Not what you do, but how did you do it?
And our good friend dropped those gems.
Yeah.
Was like, long as his niggas don't know, long as his partners don't know, then you good to go.
It's work with the
And
bull.
I think it's some truth to that.
Yeah, I do
I'm gonna
too.
start listening to, like, people shit on men for being brutally honest about, not brutally honest, but just saying some stuff. You know, we always try to give pushback, but I believe that.
Yeah.
I think the less amount of people know what happened,
you can maybe
in
recover.
his life, he'll probably double back. Because men even deal with their homeboys' heartbreak different. Like, niggas will either shoot jokes at you. You got a couple minutes to shoot the shit, and that's it.
Right.
Like, females, on the other hand, we're a little bit more like, you want to come over, you want to eat, want to have a
Let's
drink,
talk
want to
about
sit
it.
down, sit
Let's-
on the couch. We stand
Let's
up.
work through it.
Right. Like, we gonna kind of, you know, we both hate him together. You know what I'm saying? But men, it just don't seem like they don't support each other through it.
No,
you know what I mean?
they don't know
at
how.
all.
Nigga,
I
you
don't think-
mad?
I
You
don't think they
still,
know
you know
how.
what I mean?
At all.
And I would want to ask a guy that, like, your first heartbreak. How did your friends like?
That exactly
See
what you
you
just
through.
said. Exactly what you just said. And every man virtually that I've ever come across in my entire life has that heartbreak story. That first heartbreak story that just sent them spinning, and you know they just
It
didn't
really
know.
be like shifted from the shit for
And
invaded. Just
and
like
it's
oh,
like
never fuck
ruined
with a
them
bitch again.
forever.
I'll never commit to a bitch again. Oh no.
At 12, my nigga, like come on,
Like
dog.
right, nigga, that's 30 years ago.
Yeah,
Relax.
you know what I mean. Bobby's World was still coming on at 3.
Rugrats and shit.
What are we talking about?
Chill.
That
Yeah.
just set up everything for doomsday.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely know that, you know, women are expressing themselves in that way too. But I just want to know if it's like redeemable. Is it something that we could come back from? Have y'all ever cheated? That was the other question. Have y'all ever cheated on a boyfriend?
No, Fallon.
I'm asking
No.
a boyfriend, because you could be like talking to
Fallon.
somebody and
I
still
give a
doing
fuck.
you.
I like you. We together.
No, Fallon, have you ever cheated on a boyfriend?
I don't think I have. This is
No, sis.
Oh God, what's cheating?
No, girl. Don't
Cheating
even.
to me?
Don't do it.
To me.
Look up the
Cheating
dictionary,
to
bitch. Bring up the dictionary, bitch. Don't
Cheating
even do
to
that.
me.
Don't
Of course,
do that.
it's anything that you wouldn't say in front of your partner. But for me, I feel like if
No, Fallon.
Mookie, fuck you.
And
Okay?
for the
I feel
record,
like-
this was
For the record,
many,
and shit. This is many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
Many.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like
didn't have
cheating
no
is
kid
like
or
if a nigga
nothing.
smash. Like if you fucking another nigga, like I feel like that's cheating. I feel like that's some dog ass
That's
shit.
true.
Like if you fucking another nigga, like, you know.
I've never cheated.
But like in a relationship, I think you should
I never
leave
cheated.
and then do what you want to do. I don't feel, and that's just a sneaky way to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I rather at least my conscience is clear. So I'll leave you. I'll dump you, and then
I'll dump you.
in the next 10 minutes, move on. That's cheating still.
well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never cheated. I've never cheated.
like
in a
had your
rela-
man and just like, oh babe, I'm about to
No.
Oh wait, or you in the car and the dude like, it's not,
No.
wait, babe, like, yeah, so I'm gonna see you a little bit later on. Mookie is exposed. What? Mookie's
Janice?
looking like
We had a whole podcast about you outing your own self.
cheating.
Yes.
Was she in a relationship?
Yes.
That's not a relationship.
That wasn't?
No.
Okay.
Listen, let's clear the air. We're gonna clear the air. It was a situation where I was dealing with somebody. Mm-hmm. When I was on a hiatus, a break, I was not with this person.
Okay.
And when I started back dealing with this person, I did not tell the person that I was dealing with this person. But we did not have crossover. We did not have that title. We were not locked in yet as a couple.
Okay.
We were in the stage of let's get back, let's figure it out, let's try to rekindle.
But it wasn't
solidified or no title.
And that's why men get so mad. Like
I left.
You know what
we had a few months off.
These logistics.
I dealt with somebody else, and I came back into the situation. And when we were trying to figure it out, I never said anything. Y'all niggas do it all the time, though.
It's not okay.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't stop dealing with the nigga, and I didn't say nothing to him. Mm-hmm. The current person I was trying to rekindle with.
So is that cheating?
Yes,
that's cheating move.
I would think cheating. So. If to take it off Christian, if me and somebody double back, right?
Yes.
And we're playing the role as a couple, or you introducing me as girlfriend, and I'm in our relationship appeared to have advanced,
right?
And everything else, and then to find out that you are emotionally connected elsewhere on a public platform. I would feel away because I would think we've been in a relationship.
Well, let's be frank.
But this is water under the bridge in
under the bridge, sis.
And I want to say aha to the person we're talking about. So there's no sympathy involved here
at all.
But we're just saying the topic of cheating. So let's be very, 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 very clear.
Right.
So I would say yes. We have all cheated on somebody at one point in time. So.
I personally feel like if we together, to me, I go based off of like the logistics. So like if we really together, we saying we together, we been together, whatever. Even on some shit like where you been with somebody like a month or two, like I'm talking about so you with somebody for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah.
And you step out on that person and you know, like you let another nigga into your personal space and because that's a different conversation because now we got to start having different conversations and the visual of how he may see you from that point on, which is really crazy because it's like prior to that, you know that the person is not a virgin probably more than likely, you know what I'm saying? So you know that there have been somebody to come before you.
Right.
But there's something about...
Well, I get what you're saying. We can say, have you cheated in like your adult space,
adult
relationship, because younger it's some shit that's just deemed technically cheating,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You giving out your number, you still flirting, you mad, so you outside,
That's
true. A lot of moving and shaking that you've done when you were younger, just lack of understanding of how relationships work. But as a real adult relationship. By no means, I was joking with Chris. To really be with somebody in that space and then to cheat on them, I can collectively say no.
Right.
Like some young haha shit, yes, then niggas stepped out. But on some adult shit, no.
Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it.
No, not if I have something to lose from doing it. No. No.
Yeah.
Even if it's the person, I wouldn't. I don't think I could risk it, and the reward have to be greater than the risk. Put it that way.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Something.
Yeah. Child, listen.
All right.
But as an adult,
no.
As a grown ass woman, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm not stepping into a space with somebody.
Well, shout out to all the loyal women,
all the loyal sisters,
which is women. We really do be holding it down. When you really think about it, we it's women out here that's wild and know at the same time. And I only know that because you have homies or whatever, or people men that tell you stories about situations that they went through. Dudes coming out their house, them coming up to the door, and it's a dude in the house.
That's wild.
You know what I mean?
That's
wild shit. You know what I mean? Calling people phones and we doing all kind of stuff. People might see you out. I done heard stories about people getting cracked or somebody seeing somebody bitch out with another man because she just outside with it. You know what I'm saying? Bold with it. I don't know. It gets wild.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about relationships, right? And I'm about to get ready to get out of here in a minute.
Yep.
So as it pertains to relationships, this is a day-old question, but I just want to tailor it to relationships.
Yeah.
What is something that you would tell your younger self? For me, there's a few things. Don't date him, but
Word.
if I could do a time machine.
Oh, God.
I think I would always I think I would go back and tell my younger self, like, you will be okay.
Yes.
You will be okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Or let go because you will be okay.
Right.
Like I've held on to relationships just because it's like, oh, I don't want to be by myself 100%, or just whatever insecurities that was guiding me at that moment. I would tell younger me as I grow, like, you're going to be fine. Let go.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
You
that.
do not have to. You don't have to settle. That is not love. Like I would tell my younger self, those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you guys?
I like that.
I love that. I would say that I would tell my younger self that the type that you think is your type may not necessarily be your type. And that's just because, we have this thing in our head, like we have like this ideal what our man look like and how tall he is and his complexion
The whole
and
thing.
what kind of car he drive and his job and career, all of that, right? We have this thing in our head about what our ideal man looks like. And I think I've always, too, just kind of growing up or just dating, always kind of stuck with a certain type. But that type may not necessarily, because it's never worked out necessarily in the long run, right? Like, why do I keep it's a hit and miss every time? Like, bitch, it's a sign. It's a reason why this shit ain't working out. Like, sis, this is a sign. So, like, check yourself. It's a reason why it's not working out.
Right.
So, kind of like telling myself, like, try something different. Step out of what you think may be your type and be open to something else that does not necessarily
fit into
your box of what you think your ideal man is.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like once I kind of step out of that, it might be like, oh shit, like, oh, this might be my man. I never even explored this. I was too stuck in my head about what I thought I should be with or who I should be with or what he looked like.
Right.
Or what he drive or career or whatever. The industry he in.
Too.
Yeah,
all
like try something different.
Yeah. I like that too. I think I would tell my younger self as it pertains to relationships, I probably would say, just understand that as you are a complex individual and a complex soul with a background and history and, you know what I mean, flaws, the person that you will be with will have flaws as well. So to not idealize anybody or put anybody on a pedestal in any type of way, because we are all human, we are all flawed, we are all prone to error frequently. So it's kind of an understanding of like, relationships are not that shit you see on TV.
Absolutely.
Relationships are work. Relationships require way more of you than you probably are ready to accept, because I want a man, I want a boyfriend, I want to do you really? Because you have to be in a place to be willing to sacrifice sometimes your own happiness or comfortability or security, all kind of different things. It's such a sacrifice, and it's never going to be 50-50.
That's so important.
All the way down the board,
so
just 50-50. It's never going to be like that. Like
it's
in some seasons where I'm giving more. It's some seasons where the other partner is giving more. And just understanding that just because somebody is complex and somebody is flawed, just as you are flawed, doesn't make them a bad person. It just makes them human. And just understanding that that shit that you see on TV is not real.
I agree. So, and I don't think that part of relationships is discussed enough. The fact that it's 50-50. Yeah. Like that it's not 50-50 all the time.
Right.
We never talk about that scale. You're only told everything 50-50. 50-50, and the shit really don't work like that.
Very rarely, if ever. It's especially I feel like on a woman's side, when you have a good man, a man will definitely make sure that you feel tended to and that he's doing his part, right? Whatever that is. But just to keep it on 100, women, especially in the relationship space, the marriage space, we pull a lot of weight. It's a lot of, especially if you're talking about a woman that's still working or hustling, or you know what I'm saying? If you put up and your only priority is your man and your kids, that's a little bit different. I don't even know what percentage of women would qualify that could, you know what I mean, that would qualify for that. But most of us are out here still working, still doing our thing, whatever. So it's when a woman is wearing all of those different hats, we really are putting a lot on the table. And I don't know, maybe it's heavy as the head that wears the crown. Women also have a lot of power. And I think sometimes we feel slighted with the fact that, you know, it seems like things don't go in our favor or we have to take a lot of that burden, but that just means that we have that much more power.
Absolutely.
We just don't access it or see it that way. So, yeah, I would definitely probably give myself that game for sure. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Girl, this is not no cakewalk.
Yeah.
Don't get scared.
Right.
Don't jump ship. Don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because it sucks when you're young and when you're just going through the motion.
Trying to figure it
out. You know, you're
Mm-hmm.
really young. It's like you just be so heartbroken over just what you thought was something.
Girl, it's
my
men
God.
that I would ever get over.
No, for real.
Like for real,
on
for
the
real.
boo-hoo crying long
on the
nights.
boo-hoo side of the game.
Stressed.
Girl,
Let the boo-hoo
and
side
look
of the
at him
game.
like, oh my, like God bless. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Have you eaten today? Would you like anything? You know, is there anything I can do for you or your family?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that I can, you know what I mean?
Right.
God bless.
God bless.
Nothing but the
Yeah.
best. Nothing
Yeah.
but the best.
Like you just be
Yeah.
so into it. Like, so anybody young that's listening, just take the advice.
Yeah.
Give it time.
Give it time.
And quickly, this is just a quick recap, but you know, we talked about the whole face too, but Gina just posted about the whole face too. And, you know, you're talking about like, especially in your 20s, like exploring, having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Just, nigga, living, like,
Yeah.
fuck on everything until it's...
Oh, oh my God.
Date
Don't
everything.
listen to Auntie K. No, don't fuck on everything.
Not literally.
Okay. Tell them. Because
Okay,
people
let's start over.
Okay.
Let's retract. Let's
start
retract.
over.
Date. Just date.
Enjoy
And date. Not fuck on everything. Let me retract that, but date.
unless it's big.
Date. Unless it's what?
Big.
Oh my God.
Those are
And
rare.
don't leave them.
Don't.
Slam.
Don't throw those back in the water. You won't catch it twice.
That's a fact.
That's sis.
Oh God. Right,
Oh, my God.
He didn't do his job. Well, this is our first
Yes.
show, and we're back. We're so happy to be back. And thank you to everyone who weathered the storm with us.
Yes,
like, you
for
know,
sure.
it was tough. You know, we was on Zoom. We was dropping calls, calling back in, putting up audio, trying to figure it
Phones
out.
dying
And
and
we
shit, right.
appreciate everybody
Yes.
who stuck with us and stuck it through us.
wait,
So I have some goodies. You know, the Flower Child lip gloss dropped last year, 2022.
Yes.
We got
Please
3
do
different
this.
colors. There's like a nude, a soft pink, one that's more like iridescent or whatever.
are
You
you
just throw on
wearing?
when you're working on. This is the nude.
Okay.
And so I do
That's
have
very pretty.
a pack for you. This is an early B-Day gift for
Oh,
Capricorn
thank
Christian.
you.
And then I'm like,
Okay.
so I got y'all the nude because I think I'd be like, I don't want the color because
You
the
know me
color
very
might look like.
well.
So it's nude.
Yes.
And
Thank you,
to
sis.
speak about nudes, us brownies never could find a good nude that does not ash us out. So
That's the
shout
problem.
out.
Oh no, it's gonna melt into your
It
skin,
looks
whatever your
absolutely
thing.
pretty on you,
Shout
too.
Yeah,
out,
thank you.
yes.
And you just
Do you lip line it with something?
of course I do,
With,
girl.
chestnut?
Chestnut, you know, little rubber pum pum. You know, but yeah,
Right.
make sure y'all go to pieceofcolor.com if you want your own lip gloss. They are on sale there. You
This
do
is
get
a-
this
and the
pretty little
packaging is
package.
beautiful.
You'll get
I
a mirror
love this.
compact. You will
It's the
get
packaging
a
for me.
sample of Free Spirit, which is our fragrance as well. And we definitely have more things coming out for the year.
Real
And then
lovely
also,
design.
I wanted to drop that I am doing a series called From the Heart. I'll be dropping unreleased records, which we talked about on one of our pods like a while ago. But basically, I'm just going to be having people comment on the music and give me their honest opinion.
I love that.
If it's trash, tell me it's trash.
I
If it's
love
hot,
that.
tell me it's hot.
I
Whatever
love
you
that.
like or love, hate, whatever about it, and just kind of get everybody involved. Everybody will be essentially like my A&R.
I love that.
And kind of letting me know what's going on. So yeah, look out for that. That drops this
That's
Wednesday.
dope.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
I love that. I
love that too.
That's nice.
Well,
gonna be fun.
dope. Well, you know, I'm turning 38 in a few days. And I don't look like it.
So we should have did the birthday episode
guy goes.
today.
Right. We should have.
We'll
like,
do
you
a
know,
recap
balloons.
next week because she's having the big 70s Players Ball Bash.
Players boss, so put that shit on.
Put it on.
The shit ain't on. Just stay home.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's see. If
Put
we
the
got
shit on. That's all I want. You put the shit on.
Well, you got them. Okay, the men and the women, right?
Yeah, and it's just 70s inspired. I don't expect y'all to come looking like Jerome and shit from. But if you want to put that shit on, put it on.
Look up the
please.
Mac for all
Look
of
up
the
the Mac,
the-
right.
you know, y'all not player. Y'all not really player. Y'all know about the OG. Look up the Mac.
The homies is like, oh, it's dress code is enforced and shit. I'm like, just
Step it up.
Just come, and you know what? For y'all, just if you feeling like you don't want to do it, just a little play. You know what is it? A printed shirt with the corduroys. Come as a Black Panther. I don't care. Like I'm just saying, put on all black with a
corduroys.
Not corduroy. I just think that was corduroys. Corduroy.
I'm just saying, but I would love to see how the fellas is stepping out and come.
Have some fun.
Have some fun. We on Soul Train line. The music is gonna be from the 70s. We got the playlist. So
I'm so excited for
tapping
that.
on the 70s to early 2000s. We're not playing none of that new shit. So if you're trying to hear that, then go somewhere else. But we staying in a certain pocket of music.
I love that. It's gonna be super fun. Well, happy early birthday, sis. Capricorn.
Thank you.
Pictures, but they not on the iPad.
The pictures of like some inspo.
Oh well, never mind.
Mookie did a really amazing photo shoot.
I saw that. Foxy Mama,
but nice. it gets very lovely.
Oh, okay, that's just the it gets tip of the iceberg.
It gets great. But Mookie took some amazing photos. I mean, she's just gonna be my photographer moving forward. I know she probably doesn't want to hear that.
That's what I'm trying to do, right?
This is nice to have a friend. It's nice to have a friend with some talents. But this is just one of the photos that she took that I think is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see it.
No, they can't see it, Dominique.
Girl, no, that's like
on iPad. Thank you, Miss Portis. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Yes. Okay,
and I love that wig too. It looks good on your skin tone.
Mm-hmm. Girl, Slauson. Shout out to the Slauson.
Okay, Slauson.
That's the one I'm pulling out on Saturday too. So I'm about to spray my afro sheen and shit and get ready. My mom said I have to put a scarf on it so that I can round it out. So, I don't know nothing about that. I was just picking the shit out. But yeah, she said put a scarf on it so you can round it out.
I have bell-bottom pants.
Ooh.
I want to do like a bell-bottom shirt, but I'm probably going to do like a low...
Bell sleeves.
Yes, I might just do like the same concept, but just like...
Some wedges.
I don't own any wedges, Christian. Okay. I don't want to buy anything for this event.
Just for this
I don't want to have to buy. I don't want to buy anything. My mom was like, "You wear some boots?" I'm like, "Was y'all wearing boots under bell bottoms?"
Yeah, they did.
For real.
They wasn't wearing.
Yeah, and they had the boots were kind of like not
square.
Pointed, but they had some like a rounded kind of. Yes.
Like, are y'all wearing boots?
The rounded boots. Not pointed toe, not square, but rounded.
I'm not wearing no boots under no bell bottoms.
Anyway. Here we come in. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God.
Is that dancing? Okay, we out, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Follow us, TrioPod_. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tap in with us. Lock in with us. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Peace.